What's up, G supporters? It's Gabe back with another video, and we are in LA right now. We actually are going to a Powfu concert tonight, but we're also here to look at Back to the Future filming locations, the original movie. Right now we're getting into Griffith Park, and we are first gonna start with this location. This is where Marty, right before he time traveled back, before the lightning struck the clock tower in the original Back to the Future and he time traveled, that was shot actually at Universal Studios on one of their backlots that they use for tons of different movies. But Michael J. Fox needed a starting point where they could do a cut shot, and that was actually in Griffith Park. So it's really hard to tell, like with the picture I'm showing you right now, but that lamppost is the only really landmark because it's filmed at night, and that sign you see is actually fake. They used it for the movie to pretend to be Hill Valley, but we are coming up on it, and most of you probably wouldn't even know this is a filming location unless you looked it up like myself. So I'll kind of show you what this looks like. We got my mom right here.
Hi.
Got my dad.
Hey.
And I'll see you guys in the next shot. So this next lamppost, not this one, but this one right up here. So if you can, there might not be a place to park, but somewhere, actually, you can park like right here. See, it's right across the street from the Greek Theater, which you didn't see in the movie, but can you pull up to that lamppost? Here's a better picture we found that was lit up by the lightning in this scene during this movie. And it, like, look how many lampposts are all on this road. And online it just says across the street from the Greek Theater, but look how this entire thing is the Greek Theater, and there's like 10 different lampposts. So we're looking at that tree right there to see where we can find one that kind of splits in the background next to a lamppost. But to be fair, this is probably 1984, 85, so don't really know. We also noticed here when he comes up to it, this is gonna be hard to show on camera, but on screen there you can see that there's a red part of the sidewalk where you would, like, where emergency vehicles would park. And this is the only one that I see right here, but it also doesn't look long enough. But there is a lamppost over here, but you notice the lamppost would be much closer there, and then that will be longer.
Newer park, it would take the trees out.
True.
Oh, yeah.
We just think that there's just no way that this is it over here, because just notice how short this red line is in comparison to what it is in the movie, and the lamppost is to the right of it, not down there to the left. So it also looks like it's just on a pretty leveled road, and notice how we're on a decline here. So I think it's further down, so we'll just kind of just see what that looks like. We just realized this whole thing is red. It just, you have to look very closely. Here's more noticeable, but then look, it is red, so we are in the right area. We just have to figure out exactly which lamppost it is. It looks like that red line on the pavement starts right where the lamppost is. And so far, all the way down there, this was red the entire time. It just faded so much, but you can tell that this entire time was still red. Not sure what they're doing here. Trying to cover up something. There are some interesting trees here, though.
Yep. So this matches more right here.
That could be the tree.
The incline's too much, though.
That looks like the same tree.
Yep.
It does look like the same tree.
It is right here. And then the lamppost, yep, right there. And then the Bluebird Motel sign looked like it was just on top of this voltage box right here.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
The next day.
We actually were on yesterday. Actually, no, 2 days ago now.
2 days later.
We were on. The tree that I was like, oh, that's it. Off camera, I was like, why are the branches are a slightly different direction? And there is either a couple more branches or maybe a few too short that just didn't quite match. And then I realized they took it out. The tree, they took it out. This is the correct lamppost. The one we were looking at was just down there. So this is how we're gonna figure this out. So in Back to the Future, the correct tree was right here next to the lamppost. So it would have been like right here. There are still two key indicators. For a split second, Marty is parked right along here with the DeLorean. You could see the camera angled this way and look at this tree. I didn't really notice it too much though, because look how much bigger it is now compared to then, but that was back in 1985. So this is the correct tree in that background. But the main one we were trying to match is not that one. They took it out. There is a root in the ground right there, so I think the tree was somewhere along here. So there is still remnants. In another shot, when the DeLorean was parked here and the camera was like kind of pointed this way, there was another tree that was angled down. If you look at that, that is the correct tree, side-by-side comparison. But notice how we didn't notice this before, because look how much growth there with the tree that we just didn't notice. But if you kind of go behind the bushes here we go. This is the other landmark. So that's why we didn't see it before, but we're finally here. I was trying to actually recreate the scene with our rental car, putting it over here, because technically Marty was driving down this correct way, like on the right, but then he did a flip and then went right here. And I was like, if there's nobody here, we could probably just get away with it and it would be fine. But then I realized, look, this is actually a bus lane, so we're not allowed to park here, so I cannot recreate that scene. But I at least will take a couple pictures to kind of match it up, show some side-by-side comparisons. Then right here is another shot I'll put on side-by-side comparison. You can tell that that tree that's kind of tilted like that is this one in this night shot, as you can tell by the lamppost here where the camera was framed. A couple more trees there, and then there's that one that was tilted of him going back to the courthouse with a cut shot of Universal Studios, is where they actually had the set there, which was also used for a lot of other movies. They did actually a pretty decent job doing a cut shot, because these lamps match perfectly to what their set had at Universal. I'm assuming they added that for the movie, but they did pretty good. I mean, the only issue was every single time that they like cut back, it kept going back between like it being wet pavement, like it just rained, and then dry. But other than that, I think they did a pretty decent job. Just down the road from the Greek Theater, where we just were, is Mount Hollywood Tunnel in Back to the Future 2, where Biff was chasing down Marty, trying to run him over with his car, but then Marty was able to escape with his hoverboard that he got from 2015. So I believe right along here is where Biff got hit by that manure truck. I believe like pretty much exactly where we're at right now. And then here is the tunnel. It's a lot less climatic due to classic LA traffic.